I basically started my work as a journalist, and as a journalist, I was able to. I had the opportunity of working with the survivors of violence, victims of violence. So I've been working with victims of acid burns, victims of store burning killings, rape victims, abused minors. So that was my, basic fundamental teaching. And when I landed in the parliament, the provincial Punjab parliament, these stories and working with them on the first hand, that was a sort of motivation for me, because I could never forget, when to hold a hand of a woman who's burnt alive, who's going to die in few moments, and eyes, her tears going down on her cheeks, and a cheek without the skin. That remained with me, and it haunted me for years. And finally, when I reached a platform where I knew that I could do something for these women, that is when I moved a resolution against the acid attacks. I wanted the acid attacks to be recognized as murder attempts. Then I worked on I brought this legislation against forced marriages, where I asked for 10 years imprisonment and abolishment of this particular tradition, because women were just given into as a compensation to the other tribe for the crimes committed by their fathers and husbands and brothers, and those women had no status. They were like slaves, and there was nobody to address what they were, the suffering of those women. So that is what I believe my support for IWAWA is natural, because my work and their work converges. I believe that the empowerment of women is a very, very important factor. When you empower a woman, when she's economically empowered, she puts the bread and butter on the table. She switches from a role of being a passive family member to somebody who controls the family, somebody who makes the decisions for the family. So, bringing women, and I believe women cannot afford violence. They cannot afford conflict, because they have children. We all have children, and we can't. We have to put bread and butter. We have to feed and take care of those children. We have to nourish them. So the insanity of conflict and war is something that women can't afford. Very few women, I would say, who have the ability to do that, but mostly no. So women involved in decision making, women involved in peace building, women involved in, improving economic empowerment, you will change the world. And that's what my speech was about. You change the world if you do that. I think it's just not the policy. The policy is very clear on what should be the steps to be taken by the legislator. I think it's also the implementation, and it talks about the mobilization of the courts. It talks about the mobilization of the police, and of course the implementation programs that will not only economically empower women, but that will give them protection and security. And I think it's very relevant to all the developing countries, because we have so much aid coming in. Most of the countries, and these programs which do not bring up the results that are required, and in the end, the effort on your part and the effort on our part goes wasted. So we want a comprehensive policy and a comprehensive plan of action, and I think IWAWA has that, and that is how it is very, very relevant to Pakistan.